Have you ever wondered which first overall pick has showed their scoring promise the quickest in the NBA? Well, this year's first overall pick, Zachary Richichet, just scored his first 30-point game in his NBA career just a few games ago, and it was only his 9th career NBA game, which made me wonder, of the last 15 first overall picks, which player was able to break the 30-point mark the fastest into their NBA career? So counting only the games in which a player touched the court, here are the number of games it took each first overall pick to record their first 30-point game in the NBA. John Wall was drafted by the Wizards in 2010, and his rookie season started off great with his first 3-game scoring totals going 14, 29, and 28. So Wall was close to the magic number 30 by his second career NBA game. He averaged 37 minutes per game in his rookie season, but didn't finally break that mark until his 58th NBA game. Between his 3rd and 58th game, Wall had broke the 25-point mark 5 more times, but finally got over the hump in a game in which he played 51 total minutes. He shot 26 shots, scored 32 points on 5 rebounds and 10 assists. Then in 2011, we saw another guard being selected when Kyrie Irving was drafted by the Cavaliers post LeBron. Irving's welcome to the NBA moment came in his first career game where he shot just 2 for 12 and scored only 6 points. However, that would be Irving's last time scoring in single digits until his 17th NBA game, where he had an even worse performance, making just 1 of his 7 shot attempts. And 2 days later, Kyrie bounced back, making 12 of his 20 shots and recorded his first 30-point game by scoring 32 points in his 18th career NBA game. And fresh off a national championship, the Hornets selected Anthony Davis in the 2012 draft class. Davis played just 6 of the team's first 20 games in his rookie season, and in those games, Davis either scored 8 or 20 plus, there was no in between. But for the rest of the season, 64 games in total, Davis was primarily known for his defensive abilities and not for scoring. Davis only had 9 games all season in which he recorded 0 blocks. For his entire rookie season, Davis didn't record a single 30-point game, and it wasn't until his sophomore season in the league, just 6 games in, where Davis dropped 32 points, 12 boards, and 6 blocks, making it a total of 70 games played before Anthony Davis's first 30-point game. In 2013, the Cavs selected Anthony Bennett in one of the most surprising decisions in draft history. To this day, the talent in that draft, besides Giannis, was mediocre. However, the Cavs took Bennett, who started his NBA career 0 for 15 from the field across his first 4 NBA games, and his first game scoring 10 or more wasn't until his 33rd game, and Bennett didn't score 20 plus once in his rookie season. The next year, Bennett scored 20 in the 10th game of the season, which would end up being his career high of his 4-year NBA stint, meaning that Bennett only broke the 20-point mark once in his 151 career games, and of course, never scored 30 in an NBA game. In fact, Bennett recorded 38 games with 0 points scored. And then in 2014, Andrew Wiggins' NBA career slowly worked in, just as many others are, with low scoring games that increase as he gets a feel for the game. He scored 20 plus in 5 straight games from his 30th to his 35th career game, before moving slightly below that mark for a few games, and then returning on his 39th career game, scoring 31 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 blocks. He would go on to score 30 plus 3 more times in his rookie season. In 2015, Karl Anthony Towns comes into the league and records a double-double in his first 2 NBA games, in which one of them included a 28-point performance. Then for the next 45 games, he scores below 10 points only 9 total times and is averaging 16 points on nearly 10 rebounds and 2 blocks. And that's before his 48th career game, where he recorded his first 30-point game on 32 points and 12 boards. And then Ben Simmons was drafted in the 2016 draft class as one of the most highly anticipated draft prospects to date. Coming into the league, Simmons lived up to the expectations early on and recorded 2 triple-doubles within his first 10 NBA games. He scores his first 30-point game in just his 19th career game, and one of the most impressive stat lines that included his 31 points but also added on 18 boards. However, in that game, Simmons shot 29 free throws and only connected on 15 of them. If he had just shot 82% from the line in that game, Simmons could have notched the 40-point mark. In 2017, the NBA saw the 76ers take Marquel Folz, who was then the first guard taken #1 since Kyrie Irving. Folz only played 14 total games his rookie season, but finished the team's last regular season game with a triple-double. His second season, he played 19 games before missing the remainder of the year, and he has continuously had an average NBA career, but has yet to score 30 points in a single game through his 7 years. His career high came in 2023 when he scored 28 points, and Folz has now played a total of 234 games in the NBA. When drafted in 2018, DeAndre Ayton was averaging 18 points a game through his first 5 NBA games, but in his 37th career NBA game, Ayton put up the most shots he ever had with 20 attempts, where he watched 80% of them fall to tally up 33 points, along with his 14 rebounds and 4 steals for one of the best games of his rookie season. In 2019, we saw the hype of yet another star, Zion Williamson, who had expectations among some of the greats as a rookie. Zion didn't play for the team's first 44 games of the season and finally made his NBA debut with a 22-point game. And in his first 15 NBA games, Zion averaged 26 points, which is how in just his 9th career NBA game, Zion dropped 31 points on 9 boards and 5 assists, making him the fastest player we've covered to record their first 30-point game, along with this year's rookie. In 2020, Anthony Edwards joins the league and doesn't get the start until his 19th career game in a season where he's shooting at volume like almost no other player. He shot 21 shots in just his 3rd NBA game and only connected on 6 of them. And up until his first 30-point game, he had 9 games where he shot 20 or more shots. That's when he shot his most shots to that point, 24. In his 39th career NBA game, Edwards dropped 34 points, marking his 3rd best shooting performance to that point at 50% from the field. And just to say that 2 games later, Edwards records 42 points on 31 shot attempts. Cade Cunningham in 2021 recorded a triple-double in his 11th NBA game and again in his 15th. His abilities were never primarily just for scoring. He missed some time here and there in his rookie season, but by his 38th career game, Cade dropped his first 30-point game and had an absolute stat-filling game of 34 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, and 4 blocks. Then in 2022, Paolo Banchero nearly dropped 30 in his NBA debut with 27 points, and in fact didn't score below 20 until his 7th NBA game, which meant that just in his 10th career game, Banchero dropped 33 points and 16 rebounds. He then followed up his first 30-point game with a second in the very next game. He went on to score 30 or more 6 times that entire season, while only logging 4 games with less than 10 points. And for the last, 2023's Victor Wembanyama, who is arguably the most hyped prospect in NBA history. When he came into the league, he started with exactly what people were expecting from him. In only his 5th NBA game, Wemby almost put up 40 points with his 38-point game and 10 rebounds. He later dropped 40 in his rookie season, but since 2010 is the fastest first overall pick to record their first 30-point game. Let me know if you enjoyed this video and leave a like and comment down below any other video ideas that you would like to see.